As Rwandans mark the 30th anniversary of the country's liberation, President Paul Kagame has reminded young people that they have the responsibility of ensuring the country's future economic prosperity, using the foundation that was laid by those who liberated the country back in 1994. The ceremony to mark the milestone at the national level was held at Amahoro Stadium. Serge Nhore starts us off tonight.
Present at the recently inaugurated 45,000 capacity Amahoro Stadium were various dignitaries that included members of the diplomatic corps as well as delegations from countries like Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda and elsewhere. In his address, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of Rwanda's Defense and Security Forces, thanked the soldiers of what used to be the Rwandan Patriotic Army for liberating the country back in 1994 and for the important work the country's defense and security forces have continued to do in the years since, noting that Rwandans know all too well what it means to be without peace and harmony, which is why they cherish them.
We only act when trouble is brought to us. We prioritize cooperation and working together. Rwanda seeks peace for ourselves and for everyone in our region. We know the value of peace just as well as anyone else, maybe even more. Where there is a need for humanitarian action, Rwanda will not be absent. But the only real answer to any humanitarian crisis is to fix the root cause of the political problem. Humanitarian response cannot substitute for political solutions. If we had not changed the formula here in Rwanda, for sure, our country would still be under a United Nations peacekeeping force, divided and destitute.
His Excellency Paul Kagame also stressed that Rwandans chose liberation and that it is not something that can be undone, pointing out that any attempts to sow divisionism among Rwandans are destined to continue to fail. He also reminded the country's youth that the future is now in their hands.
I'm addressing this message in particular to Rwanda's young people, especially those born over the last 30 years. This country is yours to protect, defend, and make prosperous. It is worth repeating that real liberation only begins when the guns fall silent. We began that stage 30 years ago, and we are counting on you, the liberation generation, to take us further.
Those who attended the ceremony that we spoke to also reiterated their appreciation for all the country has achieved, vowing to protect Rwanda's achievements. The President also pointed out that Rwanda's struggle is now against poverty and dependency, noting that Rwandans have more than enough to overcome the two vices.